was to make something like a calendar, but hopefully better. Our cost structure was paid by companies. We were going to do ads on or it says it right here, revenue streams. We were going to do advertisements within the app, which would pay us, but that's still up in the air. We would be working directly with our customers, and our customers would also want to have to plan through their whole day. We believe that our monetary discrepancy wouldn't be that large. We learned through the process how to make a reliable and viable business model. And we entered our values in, and they showed up as viable, which helped. I learned that it's important to understand our business model before trying out your business. If you don't, you could end up losing a lot of money. Therefore, we will find a business model that works for us and our product. Since it is an app, that does make it a little more difficult, but I think we figured out a pretty good way of testing our hypothesis, and we'll talk about that later. The business model for Canvas. Key partners would be like Apple, Google, Facebook, pretty much any online or social media platform. Our key activities are pretty much all activities, since we are a calendar type thing. So whenever somebody has an activity, we do benefit from that, because the busier somebody's schedule, the more they'll need our help, and the more we will be able to help them. Our key resources would be our phone. You need your phone on you 24/7, or you don't need to, but people do. And with our phones, we are able to have a schedule throughout the whole day, and that's what our product is helping with. And then the value propositions are still the same. Oops. Oh gosh. I apologize for that. So, our experiment design, we would download our app, or people would download our app if it was free, but we are assuming people will download it. I mean, we assumed what we believed. To verify our idea, we saw how many clicks a free app would get and the number of people who clicked on our app. Our assumption will be right if at least 1,000 clicks. Our assumption would be wrong if at least 1,000, or we didn't get at least 1,000 clicks. So what we saw through our process, what we did was we asked people if they would buy our app if it was free or if it was charged. 2 different groups of people, and more said free, obviously, knowing what our app is, but there was still a good amount that said they would pay for it if charged, which was actually pretty beneficial to us, because we weren't sure exactly how to get advertisers and things like that. So this would help us with the future of our product. We would change nothing. We'd advertise our app more on platforms like Facebook, and we might have to charge just for downloading an app, depending on how well we do with advertisements. The entrepreneurial skill, I guess this is not part of our class. And then the steps we took, here, I pretty much just explained this. We took free products and products that cost small amounts of money, and we used this to understand, it's pretty much we took products that were cheap against products that were free. They were the same product, but we saw how often people would take those products. And based on our understanding, it gives us a better understanding of what our customer wants and the whole idea, and that's pretty much the whole idea of entrepreneurship. So for tools, what's up, friend? This is what I said. I mean, you can read that. I don't have to read that. Here's our link. Our customer problem was an unplanned schedule. Emotion is stressed. Drinks, coffee. There's many things that people do, but deficiencies, it can become addictive, and people can become lost. And channel is the same as earlier, which is social medias. And our first pessimistic net profit would be 500, and final pessimistic would be 3,280, which was kind of a shock.